Hey guys, hope you're all doing well and welcome to the quick fire review of the 1996 classic Quake, where I answer the question, is Quake still worth playing today? Cue the swishy sound, then transition to gameplay. Go. And here we are in the first level. I'm going to do a bit of live gameplay. I'm just going to talk about the game in general. I've played a few missions. I played the entire game actually. It's just a very long time ago. Obviously, you may or may not know that Quake has received an update, which is why I want to play it. You can now play online co-op. There's updated graphics and resolution control and improved lighting. Not that you can really see because it's still a relatively old game, as you can see here. There's also crossplay as well, so you can play it across all major platforms. So let's just shoot this out. Get the secret here. There we go. Secret farm. Yeah, all major platforms like Switch, PC, Xbox, which is a great addition, I feel, because it was only single player and obviously the multiplayer where it's like team deathmatch and things, whereas you can actually play the campaign through together. I'm just playing on normal difficulty at the moment, just while I say it, because I've got a lot of talk to do. I don't want to get my ass kicked and embarrass myself. I probably still will embarrass myself. Let's see. Yeah, so what is Quake then? For you guys who don't know, I'm sure a lot of you do, but I'm sure there's a portion of you who have no idea what this game is and have just come across it for the first time. So according to Wikipedia, Quake is obviously an FPS shooter video game developed by id Software, the same guys that make Doom and things like that, who are under the Bethesda flag these days. It was published by GT Interactive in 1996, and it's the first game of the Quake series. They've done 4, 5, I think it's 5 now, because they've got Quake Arena, that multiplayer focused one fairly recently, a few years ago. But yeah, it's a maze-like FPS with a gritty kind of art style as you go through medieval environments and pick up weaponry along the way and take them out. I mean, the story's not going to blow you away, let's face it. It's a 1996 kind of story where you're Ranger, I think his name is, very classic name, and you've been sent through this portal that the government have created, and you've been sent to stop them from using their teleportation devices to enter your world through your own teleportation devices. So basically the government's screwing us over once again, experimenting with things they have no idea how to control. I know there's a secret here as well. And it opens a door here to the super shotgun. Yeah, I mean, the secret areas in this game are pretty key. It's what gives you the replayability and obviously makes you want to explore the map even more and even further than you might just want to do, flying through it, killing everyone, and then exiting to level. Must press the through. Oh yeah, got to press these buttons here. Forgot about that. There's 1, there's 2. And there's 3. It's pretty simple. The first level, it does get increasingly harder as you go forward, but you get more and more weapons as you go on as well. And the weapon list, it holds up today. It's got all the classics you might think in an FPS, especially if you play Doom Eternal. It holds up very nicely compared to its younger brother. There's the exit there. So you see, you can just walk straight into the exit and go to the next level. But if we tab, there we go. 23 of 23 enemies and 3 of 6 secrets. Now, I know where a couple more are. I'm not an expert on this game or anything, but I know there's one where you pick up this suit here. There it is. And then we can jump down into the acid and it won't hurt us. I think we go around here. So yeah, this is the crux of the game. One of the main loops where you go and try and find secret areas which have weapons or more health boxes or ammo and armor as well. And there we go, 4 of 6 secrets. And obviously if you want to hang around and do the rest of them, then you absolutely can. Let's continue on to the next one here. There we go. Yeah, there's a large variety of enemies too, like this guy. I think he's got a chainsaw, which is always lovely, and somehow he manages to fire grenades out of it. I don't know, it's the 90s, man. Anything goes at this point. But yeah, like I was saying earlier, the weapon list really holds up quite nicely. You got all your classics, like your shotgun, your super shotgun, your nail gun, which is effectively the machine gun. You get some really crazy ones, like obviously the rocket launcher, I forgot what it's called, but it's like some electricity gun that fires bolts of electricity. It's like the Tesla cannon or something. Very reminiscent of many other first-person shooters, as you'd expect. Oh, dodge him. There you go, he's shooting grenades from this thing that looks like a hammer. But yeah, I feel like the graphics still hold up pretty well. Obviously, it's an old game, so it's gonna look retro. But with this update, it's got improved lighting, improved textures, well, improved resolution more than anything, which is always a welcome change. So you don't have to play it in 480p. You can actually play it 1440p or 4K if you want, and it'll still hold up quite nicely. If you're a fan of the retro kind of style, then you're going to feel quite at home here, because it doesn't look bad at all. I think it looks good, and for back in the day, when this was released in 1996, it looked amazing for the time. You know, it was the first proper FPS that had proper 3D modeling on the enemies and things like that. So obviously had Doom before this, where there were 2D sprites that kind of rotate along with your view. Each level has its own kind of structure and maze. It's very old school in that aspect. It's got the quick save feature, and you just go around these levels clearing them full of enemies. So there's only 3 enemies left. We haven't got any secrets. Right, let's move on to level 3. Off we go. God, it's been a long time since I've played this. What's this here? Grenade launcher. Yes, look at this. Boom. Firing grenades at me. Jesus. Oh, it's so satisfying to use this. So yeah, I mean, if you're going to pick this up for the first time, and even if it is the 10th time you're going to be playing this, there's a lot of content as well. So, you know, a lot of these older games you might feel are pretty short and sweet and quite repetitive, though they can be a little bit repetitive because you are just clearing areas of monsters and finding new things. I think it keeps it fresh with the weapon list and obviously the enemy types and the different kind of environments that you face. I mean, look at these guys. Disgusting. Horrible, but brilliant in so many ways. Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of content to dig into here. With this update, they're obviously including all the DLC in it as well, so it's not just the standard 30 levels with the base game. You get all these extra bits and pieces, and they're updating it as well with mod support, which is fantastic. It's going to keep you entertained for ages. And if you're looking for something that's completely different from your regular shooter these days, I'm pretty lost, to be honest. I haven't played this for a very long time. What are they throwing at me? They're throwing hearts, blood balls. I don't appreciate it. Back off. Yeah, if you're looking for something completely different from Call of Duty, Battlefield, those kind of games, then you're in the right place. Especially if you're a big fan of... Oh my god. If you're a big fan of Doom, if you played the new ones, then you're going to like this as well. What the... Going underwater, I'm escaping. Goodbye. But yeah, I mean, if you're into the retro shooter and you haven't picked this up, I'd be surprised. If you really, really haven't, I really recommend it. What really set this apart, though, as well from the regular FPSs back in the day, I know Doom and stuff had like an iconic soundtrack, but this, the soundtrack on this and the sound design of the enemies, and even the characters as well, really, really build that atmosphere. And it's just creepy, disturbing, everything. I mean, even the art style, even today, the art style is weird. Yeah, so basically it comes down to if you like retro shooters and you haven't tried this one, then what are you waiting for? It's there, it's really cheap, it's just had a really good update to overhaul everything you want in it. If you want to play it with your friends, you absolutely can do now, whether that's against them or with them. It's got it. I would definitely give it a go, and if you have already given it a go and you're thinking about revisiting it, do it. Absolutely do it. Especially if you're looking for something different at this time, then that'll fill that gap of just wanting a fun, silly FPS shooter that you can just switch your brain off, shoot some bad guys, and just have some stupid fun. It's brilliant. So is Quake still worth playing today? Absolutely. I don't think I could say it any more times, really. It's fantastic. It was brilliant back in the 90s. It's still brilliant today. Obviously, it's a little bit rough around the edges. You can't expect it to be like the modern day shooters today. But as long as you're not expecting that, you're in for a treat. And you're in for a bit of a surprise if it's the first time you've ever played it. Alright guys, I'm going to leave it there. Hopefully that helped. Hopefully if you were and ahhing about picking it up or giving it a go, then I've convinced you to do that. If you have played it before, what are your thoughts on it? Do you think it still holds up today? Do you still like it? What were your thoughts on it when it originally released, if you're that old? Let me know. Blew myself up with a rocket launcher. And that's how it goes. But until next time, guys, cheers.